Well, back to school is a little bit of a nightmare for both parents and doctors. The number of children who fall sick in the initial period of going back to school are very many. And there are three reasons for that. They are coming back from lots of different spaces, so they'll cross-infect each other with everything that they're bringing from their holiday travels, from whatever it is that we're eating back home. And then there's also the adjustment of, school is stressful, and any stressful period means a lot of children will tend to waking up early, coming back home late. The pressure of school means the immune systems probably are not functioning as well as they could. And then being in school means you can't play as much as you are when you're on holiday. So you're not spending as much time outdoors as you are on holiday. So that's part of the reason why they fall sick. So the stress of it, the fact that they're probably not getting enough sunlight. And then, of course, school food also takes a little bit of getting used to. So you see a lot of stomach bugs also. And then the spaces that they inhabit, they are crowded. So you have many more people in a classroom, for example, than you would in a living room at home at any point. The facilities that they're using are, you have a school that probably has 50 toilets for 1,000 children, as opposed to a toilet per every 2 people in a house. So it means that the possibility of them getting sick when they go back to school is high. There's good bacteria that stop you from getting infected. There are bad bacteria. But what you try and do is to reduce what is called a bacterial burden or bug burden. For example, you could eat food that contains typhoid, but you don't get sick. Because what is important is what is called a colony forming unit. How many bacteria actually get into your system, let's say into the digestive system. Beyond a certain number, they overrun the system, but under a certain number, then the system can manage it. So you want to reduce the amount of bacteria that your system is exposed to, not necessarily eliminate them, but reduce the amount of bacteria that your system is exposed to so that your system can handle it. So how can we do this? Let's say for children under the age of 5. Children under the age of 5, the greatest challenge is hygiene-based in terms of when they go to toilets, do they remember to wash their hands? Before they have a meal, are they washing their hands? When they get home from school, are they taking a bath immediately, or they're just going in and playing with other children? So number one is we have to keep reminding children, wash your hands. And sometimes the message is, every time you think of washing your hands, wash your hands. Because with children, they'll start a meal and then halfway through they remember they haven't washed their hands. So just the message, constant message, wash your hands, wash your hands. Wash your hands becomes almost a mantra for them. Let them wash their hands as frequently as they can. And because they enjoy playing with water, it might not be a bit difficult message to share with them. Then we also want to encourage them to spend time outdoors. So you see, when children go back to school, some of them stay back in class. They don't go out to play. But that going out to play, they're getting enough vitamin D, and vitamin D is excellent for your immune system. So let them spend as much time outdoors as they can, even when they're going to school. Even when they come back home from school, still encourage them to go back outdoors and play. That might actually help them to ward off infections. Then 3 is, especially when there are younger children in the house who are not going to school. These children who are coming home from school, them taking a bath as soon as they get home might be an excellent way of them avoiding passing whatever it is that they picked up in school to the ones at home, okay? And then number 4 is a healthy diet, of course. That sometimes, and it might be the reason why you see all these illnesses in the first couple of weeks after going back to school. They don't like school food. So they might initially be reluctant to eat food in school. So even if they're eating, they're not eating enough. So that they are not getting enough calories in place and nutrients in place to fight off infections if they're exposed to these infections. It's finding that balance between, of course, you want children to eat in school if they're meant to eat in school. But if they're not, it means they become more prone to falling ill, okay?